Oahspe, Book of Sethantes, chapter 11, part 35. And now came the long journey across the ocean. God said, "Great is thy wisdom, O Jehovah, in the division of waters. Thy barriers provide nations against nations. A refuge hast thou made beyond the waters, and the evil man cannot pursue. But greater still are thy spirit oceans, O Father. The spirits of darkness cannot cross over, and the spirits of newborn peoples are not contaminated. Thou far-seeing, thou bestower of thrift into the hands of thy gods and thy lords." 2. The master of the ship provided well for the journey, and presently the vessel of fire sped over the water, high above the clouds that cover the ocean. Onward to the west, bleak and desolate, through the spirit sea unseen by mortals. On the far-off borders, where the lands come to the water's edge, the Lord of the land of Thowri stood, stationed in a ship, to welcome God to the great west lands. 3. And this was the land called by the angel in aftertime North Gautama, signifying the meeting of nations and the dawn of Cosmon. 4. God came down out of the ship and stood on the land, and a light of Etherian flame descended upon him, and Jehovah spoke out of the light, saying, "Hear me, O my son, hither have I brought thee. This land is the land of the circle, even as Waga is the first. Behold, when the earth is circumscribed around about with such as choose me, I will come hither with a great awakening light to the souls of men." 5. On this land will I finish the dominion of the gods and lords on earth, even as begun on Waga. Through thee and thy lords will I now lay the foundation for my kingdoms. On this land will I raise up a people who shall be the fulfilling of that which the Ihans of Waga profess. For my chosen shall come out boldly against all dominion save mine, even Jehovah. Look over this land, my son, and provide unto the time of Cosmon. 6. My prophets shall foretell thee what shall happen. Thou shalt look upon the mountains and strong standing rocks, and the thought of thy soul shall pierce them, and the impression thereof shall be as a written book before the races of men in that day. Neither shall they know the cause, but they shall come forth in tens of thousands, putting away all gods and lords and ancient tyranny for my sake. Thy soul shall be my talisman, deep engraven in the land and water and mountains. 7. On this land alone shall not any lord nor god be established by the sword, for it is my land, which I planned for the deliverance of the nations of the earth. 8. The host of both the ships came and joined in gleesome reunion, after 100 years' absence, and it came to pass that God traveled over the land and waters of the great west continent. 9. And all the places that the Lord had searched out, to the east and west and north and south, even to the farthest boundary, were revealed and recorded in the books of heaven. 10. God said, "And thou, my Lord, shalt mark out the place of the dominion of Jehovah in the founding of his kingdom on earth. And a record of thy labors shall descend through the lords and gods that come after thee, even down to the time of the coming light of Cosmon." 11. And the people who shall dwell here till that day shall never be worshippers of any lord or god, such as other people shall worship. 12. Let my seal be put upon this land in the name of Jehovah, and to him I consecrate it forever. 13. So after that time, God rested from his labors, and the Lord with him. And the Lord prepared a feast and reunion for all the angels in his dominions. 14. And they thus assembled and sang and prayed and danced, and conversed on things long past and things of the future, reassuring one another of their love and high esteem after the manner of mortals of this day. 15. When the banquet was ended, God and his traveling host, in due ceremony and order, took their leave. Thus God departed. And when the ship of God was raised up and under way, the voice of Jehovah came to God, saying, 16. Steer thy ship, my son, around about over all the other lands and islands and waters of the earth. Go low down to the earth, that thy recording angels may witness the affairs of men and all the places I created on the earth and the waters of the earth. 17. Thus God visited all places on land and water, even where man lived not, as well as where he lived, and the angels made a record thereof in the books of heaven. 18. And the time of the journey and the visits of God to the places of earth and her heavens was 1 year and 7 days, and his rest was completed. So he sent messengers to Horeb, his heavenly kingdom, announcing the time of his coming, and he then set sail therefore.